Every story has a lesson. Every struggle builds strength, raw, real, and still rising. Because being unapologetic isn't about being perfect, it's about being true. This is Nadege Creation, raw and unapologetic. Follow the journey. Subscribe for more episodes, raw and unapologetic. Before we start, I just want to say this. English is not my first language, but my story is real and it comes straight from the heart. So, if my accent sounds a little different, that's okay because what matters most is the truth behind my words, not how they sound. Okay, please. This is my journey, raw, real, and unapologetic. So, my name is Nadege Creation. I am a mother, an entrepreneur, and the women behind Nadege Creation. I was born in Haiti, a small country with a big spirit. And every chapter of my life has shaped the woman I am today. The stories aren't just memories, they are lessons, mistakes, love, and growth. From the girl I was to the woman I had to become, this is my truth. And if you ever had to start over or fight to find yourself again, maybe this is your story too. How can we say that? How can we start? Okay, where it all began. Before I became a hairstylist, an entrepreneur, or a mother, I was a little Haitian girl learning how to breathe, pray, and dream. I grew up between Marmelade, Plaisance du Nord, Gonaive, and Port-au-Prince. Places that smelled of mangoes, sugarcane, and warm dust. This is where my story began. In a modest home filled with laughter, asthma, of course, orange trees, and a kind of love that refused to give up. I was born on a Tuesday morning, November 4th, 1980, in Gonaive, but my birth certificate says Marmelade. How? Back then in Haiti, when a woman was expecting a child, families always wanted the best care possible. In the countryside, most mothers traveled to the bigger cities to find better hospitals and safer conditions for childbirth. My mother was no different. She lived in Marmelade, a small, peaceful town surrounded by mountains. But my father was a truck driver, always on the road between cities, carrying goods and chasing a better life for our family. When it was time for me to arrive, he made sure my mother could travel to Gonaive, the capital of the Otibonite department, because that's where the better hospitals were. What was the name of that hospital again? I don't recall. When my mother returned to Marmelade with me on her arm, she went to register my birth at the local office. That's how, on paper, I became a child of Marmelade, even though I was born in Gonaive. It was simpler that way. Don't ask me how. This is how it happened. Gonaive pop, Gonaive Marmelade, Gonaive Marmelade. And so, legally, Marmelade became my origin story. The place written on every document, every form, every memory that needed proof of who I was. But the truth, you know it now, my first breath was in Gonaive, Cité de l'Indépendance. That's my little secret? The one that remind me I've always belonged to more than one place, even before I knew what belonging meant. Okay, so that's where my story began. Go naive. Even on paper, I studied life in motion between two places. Go naive, marmalade. Go naive, marmalade. That's how I can call it. So I was the second child after my brother, and so only we are 15 months apart. So we were partners in everything, arguing, laughing, defending each other like twins. I remember when we were little in Plaisance, okay? If my brother went to a neighbor's house and they gave him something, he wouldn't share it with me. No, he will not give me anything. Instead, he'd pick me up and take me over the neighbor house so I can get my own. That was his way. Don't ask me how. Selfish but sweet at the same time. That's my favorite. He gave me a nickname no one else is allowed to use. Cat Cat. Yes, it's ours, just between me and him, not just between us. So please don't even think about calling me that, okay? Cat Cat is for my brother only. That's all I know. So my father was a quiet, hardworking man who believed in doing more than what he said. My mother, we call run small hustles from home, selling, cooking, saving. She's the backbone of our little world. We didn't have much, but love was never missing in our household. I was about 3 when we moved to Plaisance du Nord, a small town tucked between green hills, beautiful, a lot of trees. I know in Plaisance for now, and people used to live together. I remember a lot of good souvenir, and I was in a Catholic girls' school, and my uniform well pressed, my hair tied up, my shoes very shiny in the morning. I remember my first school there. So this is great. And you can see there's a sense of community. That's all I can remember back then in Plaisance, where I can remember my early childhood. And for my father's side story, I know my father lost his mother when he was very young. So young, he couldn't even remember her face. But there was my great grandmother, his grandmother. Her name was Rose. I carry this name to my younger daughter now. So she was the peace for my father, because that was the one who raised him. And I remember she come to the house, go to have a walk with my brother and I, sing for us old song that I can't even remember, but I can remember a soft melodic ones. And I can remember how safe her voice made me feel. She passed away the same week my little sister was born, in February 2085. I can remember that. And even now when I think of her, I picture that park, a wrinkled hand, and a song floating between the trees, and the kind of love that never leaves you, oh God. And behind my laughter was my asthma. I had asthma. We call it oppression in Haiti. And my family tried everything, like teas, a lot of hospital trips to Lembe. Okay, Lembe was close to Plaisance. So one remedy I will never forget was milk with a zendolit. A little lizard, they drop it inside the milk. So the belief was if the sight of it shocked me enough, the asthma will disappear. Let's just say it didn't work for me. Actually, not for me. That didn't work. I was both disgusted and healed. So I remember also my teacher, her name was Miss Nancy. She was more than just a teacher. She was like family. There were times when my oppression got so bad, she went with me to the hospital in Lembe and stayed for days, helping my mother care for me. Sometimes my mother will take turns, but He had to leave his truck, quotes, and behind and just sit by my side so I can recall all that good souvenir. Those moments remind me how love in Haiti doesn't always speak. It shows up quietly and stays until you can breathe again. Nothing helped until one day an old man said he could cure me. What he does? He plucked a strand of hair from the center of my head and nailed it above the doorway in the entrance and asked me 7 times, "What's wrong with you?" or "What do you have?" or "Kisogen." I have to answer him, "Oppression." I have to say that 7 times. He told me it healed me, but never to outgrow the place. So I had to never go back, okay? Outgrow like the space that it nailed my hair. So I prayed my healing will follow, and it did. To this day, I never had another attack. That house still stands. I once saw it from the street and felt the pull to go inside, but I didn't. Some doors deserve to stay closed in peace. And I did because I don't want to take the risk and go and get my oppression back. Oh no, I don't want to get the asthma back. So I can recall that. And a big story happened again at 5 years old. Curiosity pushed me again while my father fixed his camionette. The camionette is a small public transport vehicle in Haiti, usually a pickup truck or minibus adapted to carry passengers and goods at the same time. While my mom and dad weren't paying attention to me, I snuck inside, grabbed a basket, and filled it with unripe oranges from the yard. In my little mind, I was ready to become a businesswoman. I walked to the flea market behind the house and set up my spot, waiting hardly for customers. Maybe 2 hours passed. No, not one person even offered me anything for my products. So a woman stopped, smiled softly, handed me 10 cents and whispered, "Go home, Tiffy." I wish I could thank her today. She didn't buy me my oranges. I think she bought me the courage to dream. And that's the start of entrepreneurship. I still remember in Plaisance du Nord the day President Jean-Claude Duvalier convoyed drove by, guards throwing money to the crowd while people dove to the ground and pick up music on the floor. So this was like chaotic, but that was the that's all I could remember from my childhood. The president when they pass on the CD like that, things like that. So I can recall that we moved often. Um, One of those stops was back in Gonaïve. We went back to live in Gonaïve, where I remember I used to go to school again in a Catholic school, same Catholic school. But I know I didn't love school that much. So I was very curious, outspoken, but stubborn kid. And I always need to know why something is happening. You have to tell me. So where my mom had a lonely low reward system for me because I was the bad one in the house, like the bad kid, I can say, the ugly mole, I can call myself. So what she does, she promised me a Fanta. Fanta was a drink, a soda. There's orange, there's grape. She will ask me if I study all my lesson, if I know all my lessons, so I will not have to have a repeat at the school. So I will have a soda at the end of the study. So that was a way for to keep me on track with my schooling because of school and we were not friends at all. Honestly, I think I was the one who gave my parents the most headaches. I was till today. And I wasn't easy to manage. You couldn't go hard on me. you have to go slow until today. If you want to be Nadesh friend, trust me, you have to go slow. You have to explain why. I don't think I changed. I become someone else, but I don't think I changed. I think I'm still the same person in that sense. You have to give me the reason why you say no for something. You have to explain to me exactly what it is. But I was so scared of my dad. Only one person that can just look at me and I will know how to behave. I think it's mostly back home. That's us kids in family. We scare more of the dad than the mom. In 1988, I was 8 years old. We moved to Port-au-Prince, specifically to Carrefour, where I had my first communion, Carrefour. A moment I still remember with pride. Um, what was the biggest thing in Carrefour was the autobus, the big bus playing music loud like Salt and Pepper, like I push you really good. Bam, 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 na, 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 na. That's the Salt and Pepper. I remember those sounds still in the big autobus in Carrefour. That's what they've been known for. And my mom had a grocery store, a small business. We call it boutique. Yeah, she sells soap, rice, sugar, kerosene. My mom used to sell everything. Customers came for groceries and gossip at the same time. And she served with grace. I can recall. Watching her taught me business without a textbook, I can say. She treated people well, keep your word, stay stocked and humble. That's the lesson I think she taught me at that time. And my grandmother from my mother's side was the sweetest person I know. I brought her meals daily, sat on her bed, scratched her head as she told me stories. My grandmother, she spoiled me and shared a little magic trick. Like when if I'm constipated, I have to tap it, okay, and then I will go smooth, and it always work. And until today, I use this magic trick. If you need something like that, you can use this magic trick that my grandmother taught me. And I can say 9 years ago in a dream, she bought me the recipe for the legendary or miracle product bio 15, my hair care product line that I have, that we will talk about it in a chapter again. So it's thanks to my grandmother. So I have a lot of things to think about. So in 1990, I can say it's my story began in where my mom built her first home, room by room, not a like one time, but room by room. I can see my mom build. My mom and dad, they built their first home in Boropoli Lavoie, guys. And the most unique trait of our house, even to this day, is the big mango tree standing proudly in the yard, surrounded by seven tall palm trees. Till today, we have them. And my dad had a special idea. He made each of us plant our own coconut tree. There were three of us, three little trees, and mine is still standing strong today. Every time I see it, I smile. It feels like a piece of my childhood that kept growing right along with me. So there my true childhood began. I learned to cook, to run in my own yard, to dream freely. And I can recall at 14, I wanted a factory job just to earn my own money, but my parents didn't want me to. So that was my first experience. I obeyed, but I never forgot that hunger for independence. I think at younger age, I always want my independence. So I remember selling sandwiches and candies at school. And my brother and I used to sell food and drink at events like Jeu de Correspondance, where we always have to want a little time of business in the side. So money felt like freedom for us. At early age, we were so ambitious to do business. So I think I grew up with that in me. Okay. And if I talk about faith, faith live in our walls. I was the only child who begged for first communion, and later, when my mother became Protestant, I sang in the choir. I used to study with Jehovah's Witness and baptize with them at 18. And unfortunately, by age 24, I left religion behind, but I don't leave faith. Faith is always with me. And till today, I live by one simple word: do not do to others what you wouldn't want done to you. And respect even the smallest child. So I always live by those rules until today. If you know me, that's how I roll. And I've always loved peace. I love my peace. I know many people, but my inner circle stays small. I can make a quad laugh, I can make a quad laugh, but still crave silence after. That balance began in Haiti between noise and prayer, between market chaos and mango tree calm. So I always like my peaceful, my my place. Haiti made me the soul, the rhythm, the resilience. It all shaped the woman I became. Every journey since carries the scent of mango and the echo of my grandmother's voice saying, "Scratch my head, petite moi." That's the heartbeat of where I came from. I believe we all come from somewhere that built us. The little girl from Gonaive didn't know she'd one day run two salons in America. But every mango tree, every prayer, every beating heart in that teeny town prepared her for it. Like they prepared me for that. And if this story reminded you of your own beginnings, a parent's sacrifice, a grandmother's love, or a childhood dream, share it in the comments or write about it tonight. I'd love to hear from you how your story began. Okay? So I'm giving you the chance to read mine, so I want to read yours. Say it in the comment. And thank you for listening to my story. Every chapter I share is a piece of my journey, the love, the lessons, and the fight that made me who I am today. If my words touch you, share them because somewhere out there, another woman is trying to find a strength too. My name is Nadege Creation, and this is just the beginning of the women I had to become. Thank you, and one love.
Where beauty meets reality. No filters, no apologies. She runs the floor. She crafts the look. She carries it home. From single mom to CEO, this is my story. Raw and unapologetic. She's not just building a brand. She's building a legacy. This is Nadege Creation, raw and unapologetic.